What's up, what's up, what's up? We are here once again. This is 2022, which they say is a meme. It sounds like 2022. Get it? But anyway, welcome back to another polished edition of Saucy and Hush on the couch. Coming to you live with this beautiful creature to the left of me. Where you find that monster? She beautiful. Saucy, what's up? Talk to the people. It's a new year.
Well, this is our second episode into the new year. So, once again, Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. So yeah, how are you guys doing? Welcome to episode 20. As I've mentioned over and over again, you can contact us and reach us on our social media, which is mine is Saucy More, and how you stop them is, well, Hush is how you stop them. And we also have a Gmail account, which is saucyandhush@gmail.com. I'm trying to figure out why I'm eating so loud. But yeah, welcome to the new year.
It's the same. It's the same focus. You know what I'm saying? They add a number. You're supposed to be doing better, but if that's not an immediate result for you, you still got to get up and do your day to day. The year didn't stop that, but we are here, and the last episode was definitely more spontaneous and a little more fun for us. We was not on the couch. We are back on the couch now, though. So hopefully you can make changes like that to your life. You know, it's not good to have a pattern where people could see and know and predict what you got going on. Keep them out the loop. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, because for progress, sometimes you need to have a light load, if that makes sense. So, do we want to start with what you gave me most recent? What's the most recent thing you just told me? It's always sad.
I don't know, why do I always gotta bring up the sad news? But RIP to one of the awesome dads on television, Bob Saget. Danny Tanner from Full House, he was 65. Yeah, he passed away today. They found him in his hotel room. We don't know what happened, but just a RIP. I grew up on Full House, so to see that is just like, wow. You know, everybody, have to go someday, but it's just like, you don't like to hear about death. No one wants to hear about death. So yeah, RIP to Bob Saget. Just found out the news today. So yeah.
Remember my speech in the beginning, not letting everybody know our moves.
I said
so
today.
What today is?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
They don't know what today is.
Just teasing.
I could have what today.
It's so no, that's really big, and yes, Saucy worded it to the T as far as one of the great dads on television. It's sad because if we don't forget what people have done in society, but it's like I wasn't even thinking about him in the recent, and it's sad to take for something to happen. You know, because that's not a show or something I recently tuned into. And that's the thing, you always get sidetracked when, you got things going on in your own life, so that's cool. But I really didn't even think about him for a while. So to hear that is like, damn, you don't beat yourself up too much about it. But he was definitely in the top 10 dads if you want to have a list of television fathers. So we're going to pray for his family and, see if they could get through this as best as they can. I know it's not easy. Um, if we're gonna stay on that wave,
One more time.
we're gonna say that sleep in peace, sleep in paradise to Sidney Poitier.
Yes.
He has so much more, but guess who's coming to dinner and to serve with love would probably be the most familiar. I want to check out, because there was a sleeper. He got a joint called The Jackal. That's with Bruce Willis and Richard Gere. So I definitely want to check that out because I do not remember that one. But when you use Google or Safari, you can see his caliber. And he's definitely had a lot of his hands in some acting. So big Sleep in Paradise is Sidney Poitier. And I think it's very symbolic because he might have been very fresh on the scene as far as our color to the film and television for back then. You know, it's very, not going to pull a race card for real, but he definitely was one of the pioneers to start the wave for our people. Absolutely. So we're going to pray for his family as well. I'm going to give one more of this sad shit and we got to move on. I'm sorry. Prayers for Kay Slay, but good news is that he was placed on ventilator, has been taken off of it since, which leads me to believe he's breathing on his own. So that is good news, but damn, 2022 has not seen a full month, yet we have all of this already. Sad. So take a second, a moment, and pray, because if you're here, you may not have everything you want, things may not be perfect in your life, but you are breathing, and that gives you a chance to make change. So take a second, because these things we mentioned, those families are going through it. So we'll take all right. So where do you want to go? Yeah, let's get jokey, throw a little humor into it after some stuff like that. So everybody's doing the 10-year tap challenge, right? Mm-hmm. Showing your pictures from 10 years ago and then showing today. I want to really start the roasting. How do we know that was really you 10 years ago? The ones where you're showing the recent you may be more believable. How do we know? And I don't care what your shape and what you look like or whatever. Where's your bank account 10 years ago and today? Show me something more significant in this 10-year challenge outside of physical appearance. Is that all the 10-year challenge meant? Who specified the real rules of this? Because are you just assuming it meant picture? Progress, status. Things that are more valuable than just physical appearance. So what are we really doing here? Shit, because if we do pay, money, finances, I could give you a 2-week challenge.
Because I think the world is really surrounded about appearance, like how you look, what you look, and how. It's sad, but I guess that's I don't know who started the challenge, but I'm not big on challenges. I don't do challenges. I'm not a follower, so you would not see me do a challenge at all. I have not done a challenge since they started challenges. But the ones who do challenges, to each his own.
Some are productive, anything music related, I might, kind of co-sign that, even if I don't jump in all of those. But yeah, the physical appearance thing, we gotta let that go, because that has nothing to do with the preservation of life, the value of life, and what we really get out of life. You know what I'm saying? So, Kay Slay, for example, not to go back, but I'm not judging his physical appearance as far as his face, but he's not lean, mean. He's not cut up like a boxer, but look at his impact in the music industry and how worried we are for his survival because of his impact. And his impact is not physical. So that was just an example to show you how important do you really think physical appearance is Fellas, I know. You sitting here going, yeah, whatever, hush. You know, the Instagram page and the Twitter, especially Twitter. Twitter's become the new legal porn site, app, whatever, because anything goes on Twitter. I'm exposing them. Anything goes. So, yes, fellas, if we're scrolling and we on our news feed and we see some shit, we may glance for a second, but that's the value of it. That second.
That's why I don't have a Twitter. I can't get into that thing. It's complicated.
That's the value, that second. Mm-hmm. I get it. Sometimes people are so feeling empty inside for the wrong reasons, so that second would mean so much to them.
I seen someone also post something too. They said, it was on Facebook, people get depressed when they don't have likes and hearts on their feeds, on their posts, on what their status is. People feel like the likes and hearts justify who they are. And y'all need to get out of that. They feel like, oh, I don't have this many likes, I don't have this many hearts, then I'm not doing nothing.
So convenient that goes with the next thing. But before I jump to the next thing, momentary praise does not stand or hold weight to your overall story. So God forbid when you pass, at your funeral, etc., I don't think they're going to be mentioning your likes. They're not going to be mentioning your posts. So what would your story want to be? You don't really have a say, because the people who know you or who you think know you, who should best handle that situation in your obituary and that whole, you was born such and such and until such and such, I don't think your social media is going to be in there at all. So let's really count the things that matter, right? If we can. So that's just food for thought. Saucy made a good point as far as people's mental health and stability in the attention they get. So study, I saw this somewhere. A study shows that people who worship celebrities are less intelligent. Saucy's an instigator, so I'm guessing she's gonna agree with that to the 1,000th power.
I don't see how, but I seen that too. That's why I was shaking my head. I don't know. What they say, studies?
They're saying,
they're studying?
No. You gotta listen to what it says. People who worship celebrities. I guess they're saying it in a nice way. It's like stalker and are just really infatuated with that celebrity's every move. Mm-hmm. They're saying that those people, not the celebrity, the person doing it is less intelligent.
I know you were talking about the celebrities, but I'm trying to figure out how did they get that system, like their status for that. Like, do they study people? Do they do a survey?
Well, for me, it's humor, and I take the humor side of it and my own analysis to say that it makes sense to me, because you're an idiot to be obsessed with a celebrity.
I mean, I'm not obsessed over anybody, especially if you ain't paying my bills. But I mean,
I help pay bills, and I don't think you're obsessed with me. I know you love me. Are you obsessed with me? I had to start a little trouble. We gotta shake it up a little. Come on, it's a new year. I'm just joking, but I know that guys will think that was tall of me, because that might be something that you guys listening would really want to tell a partner you have or someone you're dealing with. But that was a good point. The reason I question the intelligence is because a celebrity is just a motherfucker just like you. They just have succeeded regular expectations. And I'm telling you, some of them don't even want the status they have, as the attention and all of that. It's not easy. You think you see them and they're like, oh my God, that's what I want. You know, that's so dope. It comes with a lot. And I don't think everybody's mentally prepared for that, because your mental health is like so important, no matter how famous you are or how not famous you are. That doesn't really pick and choose. So I don't think everybody who's famous is really loving every moment of it. You can't move this thing. You don't even understand. Do you understand the value of privacy? I can get up, leave the pod right now, and go to the store with no problem. Celebrity, that's some of the limitations. They can't just get up and go, depending on the level of celebrity we're talking. So, I mean, simple things like that. So you should really be grateful for the moves and the privacy you do have and you are awarded. So that's why I kind of sided with the whole studies. Do I really back it up 1,000% and say that they're like exact? I don't know. Like you said, who did the study and like how was that determined? Unless they're just going off of what I said, like the fact that you're obsessed makes you a little slow. Live your life. Obsessing over anyone, like Saucy said, if they're not paying your bills, what is that getting you? And in fact, it's dangerous because you may sacrifice your life, finances, or whatever else to kind of try to get to the celebrity or be in the vicinity of the celebrity. People are dangerous. Things that they'll do to get next to, So if you're that obsessed and you live in New York and your celebrity person you're stalking is in LA and they're saying next week they're going to be in LA, so you're just going to take up and go to LA to try to see these people. Examples like that of the sporadic shit that can happen when someone's obsessing, because you never know what they're capable of. Get me? So that's kind of crazy. Wow, New Year, I feel like time is slower because I feel like we discussed couple things already, but the time is not moving. I think the people want us to be longer segments this year. Shout us out, like Saucy said, you gave him the email, correct? So hit us email if you think that we want opinions of all magnitudes, not just topics, but should our pod be longer? Should it be shorter? More often? Less often? All feedback is greatly appreciated. And let me be honest with you. Yes, Uncle Murder did the wrap up 2021. I'm not getting into it. It's just one part he said about there's a lot of podcasts out there. Shout out to everybody doing their thing. But it kind of is saturated. And the one thing we will not do is have a Cash App or GoFundMe like we need money from you. We will take it, but that's not our focus. If you genuinely wanted to donate, that's like in any charity or anything, you can hit us up and just say that, but we will not post and put in our description or bio that we collecting. We're doing this to help better the world if we can. Of course, if progress comes along with it and opportunities present itself, absolutely. But just remember that. All feedback is appreciated more than money. Because if you can make us better, we can make the world better. So, I didn't mean to preach and get into that, but I just had to wake y'all up real quick. So, I'll see something to add to that?
Hallelujah. Pastor Hush. But no, I definitely agree. When we started this, he has great, like we go back and forth and we discuss and we talk about a lot of things. And we have a lot of insight on a lot of things. So, this is, like he said, we're here to help any and everybody who are looking for some type of insight in anything knowledge that we have. So that's all we're doing is sharing our knowledge on topics and life-changing experiences we have dealt with and been through and still going through. So that's why we're here. And the ones who watch us faithfully are our subscribers. We do thank you. And we do this for you guys and our future subscribers and viewers. So we thank you for taking the time out in your day and watch us and listen to us. So yeah, that's why we do it.
Absolutely. Are y'all dressing warm? Winter has bowed his fucking heavy head, and to be the beginning of the year, we are already experiencing some wild weather, temperatures, and all of that. I'm saying that to say prepare because I know the last couple of years we haven't had like real detrimental weather frequently. I'm not trying to jinx and say this looks like the year of change, but I am seeing some things early on, and everybody know the shortest month of the year is the coldest month of the year, and we're not there yet. So stay warm, dress warm, be careful out there. That black ice, and I know you heard about the Virginia situation that we weren't even gonna bring up. It wasn't scheduled. But if you want to throw that VA shit in there, let's talk about the mayor and the governor of Virginia, and they get the donkey of the day. And this ain't even in Breakfast Club or Hot 97 or wherever they say that at. But I am not pleased with the way they handled that, and I don't gotta live there to feel that way.
We was in the shit. That's why I say, like, it's, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. That don't make no freaking sense. And yeah, let's hope they learn their lesson. Both of them. Because both of Alia is responsible for their bullshit. Because the mayor is supposed to discuss with the governor's supposed to discuss with the mayor, and everybody knew what the storm was coming, whatever. If y'all might have took it lightly, now you know, don't play with Mother Nature, because when she says she coming, she coming. Alright.
That's it, because like I said, we wasn't planning that. Good news, good cherry news. Happy birthday. Big shout out, happy birthday to Vibes Cartel. He turned 46. His birthday's January 7th. Let's shout him out.
Another cat. Another cat. Another cat. Same brother as my son.
So shout out to him, and Capricorn season is in full effect, full stride. Definitely iconic in the reggae music, you know what I mean? I can't even begin to think of the songs. He's definitely put his stamp in that. And I guess a few of his colleagues as musically has shouted that out. Probably got up with him, threw him something. Yo, turn up. Bottom line, you see what's going on in life, so I hope he turned up. I hope he enjoyed it. I'm definitely a fan, and that's why I had to take that second to shout him out. Blessings, and keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So this thing here as our topic. Does that take care of all of the current events? I guess so. Saucy. I have been very adamant about your input here. Overall, throughout this entire thing, you're wonderful. You give the opinions that you truly feel. You put yourself in the situation and you just express to the people how you handle stuff. This is one where I need you to put yourself in other shoes. I know your first reaction is going to be your view. Please, there's a lot of misguided women. A lot. Please help. I'm the voice of them. Please help. Please help. So, ladies and gents, posting our partner on social media, the man versus the woman perspective. Where is this written? Where are the rules? How soon? How long? How much time passes that if you don't do this, or you're supposed to do this? Like, tell me where you have any female chats back in the day at any time where this was ever discussed. When did you first learn about this, and what is your take on that? Mind you, help the women them. Don't just go, I don't give a motherfucker.
Well, first of all, I don't have a woman's chat. I would say the length of posting your significant other when you guys feel that you guys are serious. And I can't put a number on it because some people might be serious in 2 weeks. Some people might be serious the day of. Some people might be serious 2-3 months down the line. So when you guys say that this is official, you guys are a thing, then if you guys feel like you want to post your significant other, do that. Now, for the couple who the girl might feel like she wants to post that significant other and he might feel like he don't want to post right now, or vice versa. If he wants to post and she's not ready to post. I'm really trying to put myself in somebody else's shoes, but I've tried so hard to not put myself in people's shoes because I try not to understand people's logic for the simple fact everybody don't think the way I might think. So, so I'm trying to give y'all some type of insight. And I would say, and y'all might not like it because it might be cliche. Well, I don't know what else to say. So, in that words, give it time. Don't rush. Don't push. Because if you, one thing I would say, when you rush and push somebody, it doesn't fall. It doesn't go well because the person might feel forced. And when a person is feeling forced, that's when stuff starts to fall apart. So if you might want to, if you feel like he might not be, why you ain't posting me yet? Why you ain't doing this and why you ain't doing that? The man got his reasons. And whatever the reasons is, especially if you guys are new, and if he's not comfortable doing it at this moment, eventually you will do it. Now, if it goes down a year and he ain't posting you and insist, then you need to worry. Because then he's doing some shit he ain't supposed to be motherfucking doing. And vice versa. Because I tell you one thing, I have been in a couple of relationships, and I ain't posting no motherfucking body if I ain't think you ain't the one. Okay? So that's what I have to say to you guys. See, he ain't never gonna be satisfied.
Pause for station identification.
He ain't never gonna be satisfied. That you don't think that's a good enough reason? It's not for what you like. But I mean, I'm pretty sure. Now, if you feel like, if you feel like I didn't give you enough reasoning, then you need to hit me up. And you need to talk to me. Because just like you guys need some type of insight, I need some type of insight too. I need to feel like how y'all feel. Because to be honest with you, like he said, I don't give a fuck. Bitch, you don't post me, don't post me. At the end of the day. So.
So, we may have to change this whole podcast to going live so we can get instant reactions because Saucy is a female, Saucy's a woman the last time I checked.
Yes.
So I need to know, where did this originate from? Where? Okay, so
I'll
do the question.
I think the women.
Definitely. So as a woman, why do you think that happened? What started it? What made this be a thing? Thank you. Now we're getting somewhere.
Because I think, and I could be wrong, women are like, nah. Yeah, no, sis, you're insecure. Because you feel like if your man is posting you, then you feel that whoever he might have been talking to, whoever might have been on the side, gonna see, oh, he got him a girl. But sis, that don't stop no chick from fucking talking to him. Don't matter. He can post every last thing that you guys did. She's still gonna be in his DM. That's why I don't think it's a big thing, because posting a chick or posting a man is not gonna stop nobody from fucking talking to the next person. If that's the reason why you guys are wanting to get post.
So are there genuine reasons Could there be a good reason to this? Is it all based off of that? Or
I think when women get too outraged about, oh, you ain't posting me, they feel in some type of way. Because if I'm genuinely posting my man and you genuinely posting your woman, it's for you posting it because you care and love about that person. But if somebody has to feel forced to do it, it's not genuine. They're just doing it to shut the other person up.
do you think that's ever a deal breaker for some? Like that, I'm sure there's been situations where if it really gets that serious and the partner won't post, that was a deal breaker. Do you see the
I don't think
significance of
it's a
that?
deal breaker, but I think they're gonna question them. They're gonna feel like, what is you doing? Who is you talking to? I thought I'm supposed to be your only one.
So if I challenged you and said that our entire time together, if I never posted you till this point where we sit on this couch right here, you would not feel no way whatsoever.
No. Because sometimes motherfuckers don't need to know your fucking business.
What
And
about
I also feel no shit. I also feel that, and I also we talked about this. I feel people who are in relationships, who are married, are target more than people who are single. The motherfuckers see that you're in a relationship, you're happy, and you're posting and do all the case. They want to attack that. They want to attack that. So they think you single, you ain't got nobody, they ain't chasing you. They're not chasing you at all. So yeah.
What about the ones that post and I think this is more a girl thing, woman thing, excuse me, than a guy thing. When they do the post and they cover the face with like the emojis and shit. What is that about?
No face, no case. I think people who post and don't post their man, and that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but if you post your man and you hide in his face, that's someone else's man, sis. You're fucking with someone else's man.
So that's unanimous across the board. There is no other explanation for that.
That's my explanation. Because I mean, if you don't want nobody to know you're in a relationship, don't post him. Don't post him. If you feel that, oh, I don't want nobody to know who I'm fucking with, then don't post nobody. Don't post nobody. Because then they're going to be like, oh, who's she? Then you're putting people to think, oh, she in a relationship, but she don't want nobody to know. You're fucking somebody's man, and you don't want the world to know who he is. That's how I see it. I mean, I could be wrong, but like I said, that's my opinion.
But how successful do you think this strategy could be? Because if they just cover the face, you don't think that other people could notice body parts and other things about the physical part of him?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I don't think I ever seen a guy post a female and had them face blocked.
Nope.
But if he was, I'm gonna speak on God's behalf. You'll be looked at as player.
Absolutely.
Like, that's nothing wrong with that. So I guess if females take some kind of criticism, if they do it, you know what I mean? Unless they fronting like they on they player shit too. So for guys, the posting, okay, y'all can hit me up again. We like feedback. I think it's a genuine thing for guys. Not all guys are good guys. You know, some guys are scumbags. But if we naturally post on our own without any influence whatsoever, I think that's genuine. No matter how dirty, rotten scoundrel the guy is. Because again, if no pressure is applied, I don't think we just randomly do that shit for no reason. You know what I'm saying? The most we may do, oh, I'm giving up the guy code, we may show our group chat a chick we fucking with, a chick we dealing with, if we think she's bad, she proper, or prior to taking her serious, we may say, yo, fellas, what's the talk on this one? But that's within the chat. As far as the social media and really putting it out there, a guy that naturally does it with no pressure at all, I think you can trust that instincts, that he wants to do that, and that is somebody he's co-signing. And I don't want all women to get mad, but you need to kind of copy that type of behavior to where it's genuine, it's not like an obligation, it's not a contract, because, like Saucy said, you're not really guaranteeing anything just because of the cooperation on it.
Just to post in months, years on the line to delete the person off of social media. I'm just saying, I see it all the time. I see celebrities do it all the time. They be in a relationship.
No, don't be modest now. Now you want to be modest. Blast the person we most recently remember that as Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Where is he at though?
I don't know what's going on with her party, but yeah, I seen something about how she removed him and didn't wish him happy birthday and blah blah blah. But that's her business. But yeah. That's what what I'm saying. Yeah, don't go on post.
So do you see how that backfires? Another thing for fellas is ladies, do you do research? Because if you're with a guy, I'm sure you looked at his page and his social media prior. Do he have Girls Anonymous on his page? Does he post that a lot? Do you see that in his history? And even then, there shouldn't be no forced thing. But if you go through his page and he does not have a female posted at all, what kind of strong arm shit you think you trying to do? Because you should use some sense there. I mean, it's not a personal thing. Stop getting in your feelings. He don't do that, right? Or you're gonna say you're the realest he's ever been with, and he should celebrate that.
And that's what they're gonna say. Like, yeah, they probably never had no chick like me, and you need to post me. But I'm pretty sure if they don't know who they was with prior, because if he did post a chick before and they didn't work, of course he's gonna delete it.
That has a lot to do with probably this entire conversation and the hesitance of it because you can't vouch. Mm-hmm. Let's dig deeper, probably stir the pot a little. So, we're just talking relationships. Let's talk marriage. So now, when a man and a woman, or anyone, gets married, 2 men, 2 women, whatever, if marriage is in the picture, now that's on the table. Does this posting social media thing change? Or do you still feel the same? And do you respect or not respect if it now becomes a pressured thing because you said I do?
Okay. If that person was a poster and post people, well, I'm gonna go. I can't keep trying to go back to me. I mean, if that person wasn't a poster and then post on a regular basis, then there's nothing to be concerned about. But if he or she was a poster and post their significant other, and then what was the question again? Wait,
so this is the hush. This is hush on the couch. She's fired. Get her out of here. I'm gonna sit up and take control of the rest of this segment.
I didn't really.
This is the most one-sided podcast in the world because Saucy and Hush on the couch. Yes, you will get great perspectives from both men and the woman's side of things. But in these type of scenarios, Saucy is like a dude. So it doesn't really help. It's like 2 dudes on the couch.
Yeah.
Because she's not really grasping her feminine side to help the women out there who is not as strong, not as sturdy, not as mentally tough. Because a marriage, I guess, you know what? Not even if there's a frequent pattern of it, but all women with their wedding day is gonna say, damn, like the nigga could have posted at least a wedding pic.
Well, then you have an issue. That's all I can say. If you don't want to post you on your marriage day, then you got an issue, sis. That's all I gotta worry about. People wanna, oh, it's okay, nah. People want to sugarcoat and want to think, oh, nah, maybe, nah. Bring that shit the fuck up. If you guys are married, and he did not post your wedding picture, you got a problem, sis. That's it. You got a problem.
So you do find something wrong with that? Like if somebody gets mad, let's say it's a close. I know you don't have many close friends, female wise.
The
Close
friends that I
family.
have,
Yeah,
the
if a
friends that I
friend,
have,
check it out.
they're
Check it
posting.
out. No, check it out. Check it out. Stop the shit with everybody. This is not a perfect world. This is not a mentally tough world. It's people who are weaker. We can't be selfish and just think because we're strong and we do things a very respectable way that everyone's like that. What I'm saying is if you, all right, we went on the cruise for your G-Day. Mm-hmm. Let's say the two girls you went to ziplining with, y'all really like exchange and y'all become cool and shit. And this is a scenario they have. See, they're not in the regular circle. So now they get married. One of them get married. And the husband don't post. Like how are you helping that? Because they're not gonna come to you like wilding about it. They just gonna come to you like, do you think that there's something wrong?
Divorce him, sis. Let me tell you something. This is why I'm not a therapist. I'm not a therapist because, and I get it. I know people are not as strong and it's not as don't give a fuck attitude. But a lot of people need to have that I don't give a fuck attitude. And again, the reason why I will give my opinion, because people are going to do what they want to fucking do, regardless of what you tell them. People want to hear yes men. So even if you try to even if I say, okay, give him time, maybe he'll post. I'm not going to baby nobody. I'm not going to baby nobody. So for the weak-minded ass bitches, women, you need to buckle up and reevaluate the situation that you're in. Because you know what you want, or maybe you might not know what you want. And trying to find what you want in somebody who don't know what the fuck they want, it's not gonna work. So if you get married, like he said, and the man that you with don't want to post, like that's supposed to be your special day. If you don't want to post it, then that's something you don't need to marry him. I'm sorry, and you shouldn't be married. But
that would be after. It's
exactly. No, it's not too late.
You said don't marry him. If she has to marry him to see if he get posted.
That's what I wanted to say. If he's doing things that you don't like before you don't need to marry him. You don't need to marry him. That's it. Like and this is why I don't fuck with females like this, because there are females who are naive like that, and I don't have the patience for it. Because and this is why he called me a nigga. I'll be that, but I won't have no female friends, and I don't. I have two, because I don't like dumb-minded females.
Yeah. This is a classic case of tough love. So, what I'm saying is, all right, so we're going to switch it off of Saucy because she's in her bag extremely, and she's saying, basically, she's telling you to suck it up. She's telling you to suck it up. And I guess that's a definite sign of maybe not your person to live the rest of your life with. So I'm going to change it to the guys. So fellas, this is Hush on the couch. Saucy's done. Fellas, if you get married and your wife or spouse does not post the wedding day or post you, how do we feel, fellas?
Crickets.
I think we're so random that I don't know what number or percentage to pick. Some will definitely feel away and question that. But I do have some guys not giving a fuck about that. Especially if they're not a poster themselves. I know guys that don't have social media at all. So what about those guys? And we should have talked about that with you about females that don't, because there's females that have no social media at all. So now, if that's the case, how do we approach this scenario? If only one person has a social media. So if the female doesn't have a social media whatsoever, the guy does, and they get married, is it on him to do the posting? And vice versa that. I think a woman would just question the guy, period, if he doesn't have a social media. She's not going to believe that. She's going to think he has some, like, other name troll page. Because that's how significantly sad social media's importance is. That if somebody approached you or you deal with that doesn't have one, you fucked up. Like, what you mean you ain't got a social media? That's like a person in their mid-30s that say they don't have no kids. Like, what's wrong with you? So what do you say about that with the whole social media importance and them having it or not having one? Shout out to the captain of the team I used to play on, because I think he's a perfect example. He has no social media. So can he post? Can his wife say anything?
Sometimes people who don't have social media,
Yeah, break that down.
they're doing other things. One, illegal things. 2, they don't want to be put out there. And 3, they just don't have time for that shit.
That's all you got?
Yep.
We're giving you a moment to really break this down, because I feel like social media is given too much importance, because although I may agree with Saucy more than 50%, it's just some people that don't. Some people don't have social media. Some people are just not into that. I give a percentage, maybe a small one, that they're just not into it. Now, what you said is true as well, but I think I know one other person. So now we'll have a sexist war. Is it more unusual for a female to not have a social media than it is for a man to not have a social media? Who would look more awkward?
I don't know. I mean, a woman. I guess you say woman. I mean, I can see men not having that because, like I said, it's the 3 things. Either they don't want to be caught out there, they're doing stuff illegal, or they don't have time for it.
So a woman has no excuse, though.
I don't know. I mean, I haven't met a woman yet that doesn't have social media.
I'm trying to think, but it's...
haven't met one yet, so when I find one, then I'll let you know, but I haven't met one yet.
And if you did, would you look at them crazy?
No.
Would you say the assumptions that you said about the guy not having one?
No, the reason why I say that is because I know for a fact that I've met men. I was like, why on social media? He was like, cause you know how to do. Alright. say less. Either they're scumbags and they don't want nobody to put them out there, or they're doing illegal activities. And I knew one personally.
Not to cough like he was about to give up the name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Come on, COVID is crazy. Not yet. we wrapping up. We got about 90 seconds left. Let's just really try to unpack this thing, though, with the whole people who don't have it.
Why are you just trying to unpack this? Go ahead, keep talking.
Because I think you only think for the people like you.
It's not that I don't think about people. It's just it's draining. Because like I said, people are going to do what they want to do, regardless what you say to them, or even the advice you give them. Because again, a lot of people want yes men. You could tell them, the evidence could be right there in that person's face, and then be like, okay, and go right back and do it. And that's the draining part. That's the draining part. I'm like, I just sat here and had a whole hour conversation with you, and you go right back and do it. This is why I don't deal with people. Because it's, you know how much energy it takes to pour out your heart and give these people this information, and then to go back and be like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do regardless.
No, but I think if 100 people watch, 2 people will really listen to what you gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And if you reach 2 people, isn't that a success story? So don't sit here and just count everybody out.
I'm not gonna count everybody out.
You said it's draining because you feel like most of them won't listen.
It's draining.
But for the ones that do,
I pick and choose who I give my energy to.
This platform, you're not gonna give your energy to?
I'm gonna give y'all something, but it ain't gonna be all of it. Look, it ain't.
This is definitely not scripted.
It's not. It's never scripted. Shit, it's never scripted.
You want to gain followers or lose them?
They gonna watch because they're nosy anyway. And because I don't give a
I think input is very important. Once again, just, try to lock in your relationships and use social media the least you can as an influence or a big factor in determining how important this relationship really is. Again, force of habit. Check out shit before you try to just strong arm shit. If somebody moves a certain way the entire time, yes, you feel special. You feel like you've come into this life and shit should be different. But again, it's better for stuff to be natural than forced. The no social media thing is not that alarming to me. So if you, guy or girl, whoever, does not have one, it's okay. I don't mind that they don't have a social media. That thing don't make me feel like you are all the way suspect. Some, maybe. Either way, analyze. Do the research the best way you know how without just assuming that must mean negative or red flag. I think things can be worked out and talked through when given the patience. You know what? Till the next time, we are out of here. Another edition of Saucy and Hush on the Couch. Round of applause. Peace.